didn't think
Tuesday,
about it.
Monday,
I almost said
Saturday.
Tuesday.
How are you guys doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here doing advanced boot camp to celebrate the launch of MGL Plus, including AI for Creatives
And Maker University
Junior Year. Woohoo! We are so excited. Lauren and I have been working so hard behind the scenes with the whole team, making this amazing course come together. There are 4 brand new modules for junior year. And I had to explain it yesterday. By the way, if you did not watch yesterday's training, it was so incredible. For everyone that missed out, watch it yesterday. It talks a lot about where the craft industry is, what we've seen, where we're going, and how we can help you. So it is super fun. A lot of friends were like, wait, I haven't done freshman year. I haven't done sophomore year. Can you explain in your perspective, these courses, even though they're like university themed, they're still choose your own adventure.
They are very much a choose your own adventure, kind of like when you go to university or you go to college. It is a choose your own adventure. Take what you want, leave what you don't want, go from there. There are going to be some projects within Maker U, freshman, sophomore, and junior that you're like, that's not for me. I love that for you, but that's not for me. But there are for sure so many different crafting techniques within all 3 of these courses that are truly going to take your crafting to the next level.
And I will say, as we went through teaching, teaching crafting is one thing, teaching advanced level crafting is another, and that's why we love to do it. It's to push you. So if you're an MGL Plus member, you have instant access to all 3 years. So if you want to join today, we do have that $300 coupon. We have 100 spots this week, with a lot of them already claimed. So use the coupon code EPIC to sign up for membership or upgrade your membership. But I will say, after freshman year, we went like no budget, like rhyme the reason. And what I will tell you is why I love where we've landed for junior year. It's very cost effective.
Yes.
Very intentional on using supplies we think you may already have.
Also reusing this kind of the same supplies for different projects. I know for one of my projects I used, we did a paper weaving, which was also such a high impact project. You all may already know, I mean, I'm sure most of us know how to do paper weaving, but I teach you how to cut your strips on the Cricut, how to size your strips according to what you want to do, how to create your own pattern, all of those different things. But for example, the frame that we used in that is also the same frame that we used in teaching faux stained glass. So we tried to be very intentional with using and utilizing supplies in different areas, depending on, so that you could choose what you wanted to use that for.
So important. Now, if you already have an all access pass to the year, you're already an MGL Plus member, anything of the above, you already have access to this. So it is added to your account. So as an MGL Plus member or all access pass holder to the year, all you got to do is go to your course area and you'll have access to all the goodies. And we have more coming. So get ready. It is super fun. I'm so excited for you guys. If you're a regular member, monthly member, you want to upgrade, today is the perfect day to do so. Monthly's on discount, yearly, $300 off, grandfathered in, mailed to you goodies. I don't even have we have some of the books, but they're super fun. We just added another one. And I am so excited to let you guys know we're about to announce the winner. I totally forgot yesterday to mention we were doing a $100 Amazon gift card. So we're gonna pick a winner of someone that just was there and commented yesterday. And I'm about to announce that. And then today, just for commenting, you are gonna be entered to win an amazing bundle of our favorite cardstock from Celebration Warehouse. Ashley Falco's over $100 worth of value today. So we're super excited to hook you guys up with some of our favorite cardstock. So incredible. And you're gonna have so much fun. So yay, I love it. And some of the other things, I mean, some of these projects, which we'll talk about later on in the week, maybe we'll pull some on tomorrow at the top of the show. Just to show off some of these Maker U projects. Oh, they're so good. Like, I don't even...
We definitely need to pull some Maker U projects.
Yeah, they're incredible.
We teach in, just to kind of give a quick overview, like right off the top of my head, we teach you how to do a 3D like pop-up card. You taught that. That one was one of my favorites.
it.
Once again, very cost effective,
Yes.
only using cardstock.
Yes.
I teach beaded embroidery this year.
That was new.
That one was new. That is one that some people are going to take and some people are going to leave. And that's okay.
Lauren almost left it, but
I did.
really, I mean, you really learned.
I did almost leave it. I know that there are easier ways. I'm sure that there are easier ways to do it than
But
the way
you got
I
to
did.
crush it.
But I loved it, and it was
Love it.
a super cute project. Once again, we did do paper weaving. We are teaching you how to, I know in Maker U, one of the design space skills that we're teaching is kind of similar to what we're doing today, but teaching you how to take files and cut them up. We did like bookends so that you can learn how to put H2V on bookends. But when it comes together, when the whole volume comes together, it's one image.
So awesome.
Such a cute little design.
So awesome. All right, so the giveaway winner from yesterday for the $100 Amazon gift card goes to our very own Erica Carroll.
Congratulations, Erica.
Go, Erica. $100 Amazon gift card. Go ahead and email hi@makersgonnalearn.com. And we'll hook you up with your $100 Amazon gift card. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Megan Irk is here and said, what? I did not know junior year is out. Megan, what we did this year for Maker University is we just wanted to surprise y'all. So we announced it yesterday. We released it yesterday.
Yep.
And unlike any other year, we gave you the full course.
Already.
You
have it all.
You get all of it. And what we're doing for everybody who joins us for MGL Plus or takes the course on its own, whichever, highly favorable to go MGL Plus to save the most, get the most.
Right.
We are having a call a month starting at the end of September.
Yes.
And we are going to focus on each module for each month. So September we'll focus on module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4. And in January, after y'all submit all your projects, plenty of time, we will have graduation. So it'll be super, super fun for you advanced projects users. I am so excited.
And for those who have maybe never been part of a Maker University course launch before, what these
so special.
What these Zoom calls, these monthly calls to go over these modules, the reason that we designed this and kind of set this up is because we wanted to make sure we supported you all in all aspects and answer your questions. Like if you have been going through module 1, which is a design space module, and you're having issues, that's what that Zoom call is for us to really address those issues as a whole so that you all can. And not only that, but also to show off your work.
Yes.
It's a helping Zoom, but also we want you to be able to show off your work. There's a lot of reasons that we decided to do this.
Yeah, it's just a great way to come together, and it's a great way for you guys to just ask like clarifying questions, or and if you have a question, probably someone else does. So they're fun. We like to be there, and then graduation's always so special because we get to like just brag on y'all and show off your crafts and like just praise you. And I mean, we need more of that in this world.
I know.
So it's so fun. Are you ready for this project?
I'm ready. Are you guys ready? Because once again, before I go over to the craft table, I want to make sure.
Do we need to buckle up? Do we need our safety vet harness on?
This is called Advanced Level Maker Boot Camp. So what we are doing is advanced.
Yep.
One thing that I just want to be very clear on the front end, this is going to stay on our channel. You can go back and rewatch. You can actually pause it in the middle of this live if you feel like, okay, they're going too fast, I need to get this. You don't have to be, because our giveaways, it's the live plus the replay comment. So as long as you're here, you can still comment. You just may not be live. You can go back and rewatch.
Yes.
You're probably going to have to go back and rewatch this a couple times.
Yes.
We are building a card from scratch, and not only are we building a card from scratch, but we are building an accordion folding card from scratch.
We're going.
Okay.
We're going big.
This is part of. We're utilizing AI, we're utilizing Maker U, we're utilizing advanced Cricut techniques. We're bringing them both together today, so you all will probably have a lot of questions.
You're going to need your listening eyes and ears.
Listening eyes and ears on, please.
This is not a multitask. We will save all questions for the end.
Yes.
Lauren's go crush it.
Yes.
And we're going to have so much fun.
I am super, super excited to teach you guys exactly how to make this card today. I mean, look at this. This is what we're going to be making. Let's go ahead and go overhead. I think I'm going to keep this blue vinyl right here on it so that you guys can see this a little bit better and it's not right up against the white. So what we are going to be doing today, we are going to be, once again, to kind of celebrate both courses that we have launched, AI for Creatives and Maker U, we are going to be using AI to create a snowflake or whatever other symmetrical shape that you want to create. It doesn't have to be a snowflake. We're just going to stick with a snowflake today. We're going to utilize AI to make this file for us, and then we're going to pop that into Design Space, and we are going to make an accordion card. I mean, look how cute. I can't. That's so cute. I love it. Anyway, so this is what we're going to be making. You can see here, we also did a butterfly one. A butterfly is a really great symmetrical shape if you want to go this route. So pretty. Love this. But before we get started and we're overhead, let's talk about all of the supplies that you are going to need to complete this project. This is, once again, a pretty minimal supply project. You more than likely already have all of this stuff in your craft room ready to go. But to make this, what you are going to need is some type of vinyl, whether that is adhesive vinyl or heat transfer vinyl. Because we are working with paper, you can use one or the other. I personally adore using heat transfer vinyl on paper. Heat transfer vinyl on paper to me is just
chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. And I don't have to worry about my transfer tape ripping my paper when I'm pulling it up. So that's why I personally like using heat transfer vinyl. That is what we have here on the table today, is some different colored heat transfer vinyl. So you can choose whichever one you like. Really, it really comes down to what colors you have and what type of vinyl for paper, because you can do either or. So like I said, you are going to need some type of vinyl. Today we are using heat transfer vinyl, but you can use regular adhesive vinyl for this. Next up, we have some beautiful glitter cardstock from Celebration Warehouse. First of all, let's talk about shed-free glitter cardstock. Are you kidding me? Like, this stuff, to me, once again, another chef's kiss. We are going with the white glitter cardstock today. And then you are going to need a cardstock that is the base of your card. Now, you don't have to go white and white like we did. You can if you want to. It just depends on the design you are creating. But yeah, so you don't really even have to have the glitter cardstock. We have used some foam tape to kind of raise this up so it gives it a little bit more dimension. And you can see there where we have used the foam tape there. You don't have to use foam tape. That's going to be a personal preference. But we do have some foam tape, and we do have our ATG gun. Yes, I know they are no longer being made.
Listen, if you don't have an ATG gun, I'm just going to be frank with you. You need to pray. You need to get on eBay. Just because I'm telling you, like, an ATG, I feel like an old person, but I just am stuck in my ways, and I'm not even mad about it. I love it. You guys know, ATG gun holders know.
Yep. So whether it's an ATG gun or just a regular tape runner, you can use a double-sided adhesive for this. If you are doing 2 layers on the front of your card. You can see here, we do have this butterfly. This was just kind of like a base. We don't have anything on the front, but it's still super pretty. I still love how it looks.
But we're ready for Christmas. We're ready for crossword.
We're gearing up already for Christmas. So we're gonna go ahead and pop over to our share screen. And we're gonna start with chat first. We're not gonna go to MGL. We're gonna start with chat first. So we are going to create our base file. So this is going to be the base of the HTV or the vinyl that you put on the front, whether that is a snowflake, a butterfly. Pop off some other symmetrical shapes that you may want to create in the chat. A pumpkin could be one.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do fall, there are so many different routes that you could go with this. But we are going to be going with a snowflake. So what I'm going to type is just kind of, with this one, we don't have to have a very advanced prompt because we are creating a very basic image. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click this plus button here. And then I'm going to come down here to where it says create image. So once I have done that, I'm going to hit create image. Wanda says a heart, Linda says a bat. Both of those are really great symmetrical shapes. A heart, you could probably do this without even having to use chat.
True.
But we are going to type in our prompt for this one. And the most important part of this is that you make sure in your prompt you use the word symmetrical.
Yes.
Okay? So I'm going to type, create me a symmetrical snowflake. And this is, you all can use this, I put 2 M's instead of 1. A symmetrical snowflake. Symmetrical, is that not? Okay. It was 2 M's, not 1. Okay, cool. Create me a symmetrical snowflake. Once again, you all use this prompt. Take snowflake out, put in whatever word you want. And we're gonna put design with slightly botanical feel. You can do whatever you want. If you want it to have like sharper edges, you can do with a slightly modern feel, a slightly boho feel, whatever kind of feel you're going for. We're doing a botanical feel. And you want to make sure that this, for this one, we'll put feel, I need it a solid black color, or I need it to be, let's see, I need it to be a solid black graphic on a, you can do white or transparent background. We'll do white background. Okay, so if you are wanting to use chat, take a screenshot of this prompt. That way you can interchange the snowflake with whatever other words you want. You can change the feel, a slightly modern, a slightly boho, whatever you want to do. But you do need to make sure you put, I need it to be a solid black graphic on a white background. Okay? And then we're going to send it. And we're going to see what it comes up with. Now, while that is generating, because I like to work, because chat can sometimes take a minute, maybe. While
Listen,
that is
chat
working.
has a mind of its own. That is,
I know.
This is another thing I just want to mention. Like with AI and like any innovation, you are going to have like some moments.
Yeah.
And I will say, like, if you're watching as like live with us, ChatGPT 5 just came out like a couple weeks ago. So there's a little bit of flaws. So like I even was telling Courtney, she's like, I don't know what's going on. Chat is just not with it right now. And I'm like, oh honey, like I just was reading an article and I was like, oh, you need to try going back to 4 because 5 is like got some kinks. So if you've been getting bad results, try to revert back to 4 and it's so good.
So while that is generating the image, which it may already be generated.
Ooh,
I mean,
that is a complex one.
That is a very botanical
and that's
feel.
a very I would like, this screams HTV for me.
Yeah,
it is detailed.
It does, very much so. So doing a botanical feel is going to give you a snowflake. The reason it says it looks more like leaves to me. But that is because we use the word botanical. So let me show you how it would change. Let's take this same one. We're going to paste it down here. Right here. Oh, no. Let's go. Let's take this. Did I not? There it is. And let's change it to a slightly modern feel, just so you all can see the difference, okay? Modern. And then we'll send it. Now, while that is generating, we are going to be using the cartwheel sketch today. The Cartwheel sketch font. So if you go to the Makers Gonna Learn website, we also sent you this if you registered for boot camp. This is part of your kind of group of files that you got. We are using the Cartwheel sketch font. To download a font from the Makers Gonna Learn website, you are going to click this arrow pointing down. It is going to download, and then all you have to do is open up that OTF, or Open Typeface Font is the type of file this is, and then install this into your computer. We have already installed it, and that's why it's kind of grayed out for us, because it is already an installed font. If you are on a MacBook, it is going to be in your font book. If you are on a PC, it is going to be found in your character map, okay? Once you have downloaded that, we are gonna hop back over to Design Space. You can see here, this is where what we have so far. This is what we were working with with our first one. And then if you just downloaded a font, you need to make sure you come up here to save whatever you're working on, and then come up here to View and reload Design Space, and that is going to recognize all of those new fonts that you downloaded, or the new font that you downloaded. So once we have done that, I'm gonna come back over here to chat, and you can see the difference when you change one word. We literally changed one word from slightly botanical to slightly modern. And here are the two different versions we got. So changing the feel, or changing that one design aspect, will give you different types of snowflakes. Now, if you want something that has, if you want a graphic that has a very specific portion or a very specific piece, so let's say, go overhead, let's say you wanted little pieces that looked like stars, make sure you put that in your prompt.
Yeah.
Okay? That's gonna be important. So once you have done that, we'll just go with this one. You are going to come down here to, once again, it's an arrow pointing down, and you are going to download that, and it is going to live here in your downloads. Once you have downloaded it, doesn't matter which image, we'll just go ahead and download both. We're gonna go back over to Design Space. First thing I'm gonna do is I am going to kind of scoot over here so that we're not distracted by what is over on the side, and we're gonna go to Upload, and we are going to upload the image that we just created in ChatGPT. So we're gonna bring our Finder back into view. We're gonna go to our downloads, and we're just going to drag and drop that in here just like this. We're gonna go to continue. Now here, if you want to remove the background, we can just go ahead and manually select that and remove that background. I am just gonna go ahead and preview the single layer, which is one of the things that I have noticed is if I have to remove the background, sometimes my lines aren't as clean, but I think it's gonna be perfectly fine. Should not be a problem. And then we're gonna click apply and continue. Now, here we want this as a single layer font because we are cutting this snowflake out of HTV, so it does need to be a single layer font versus a flat graphic. Flat graphic is going to be mainly for your print and cut images. A single layer graphic is going to be what works best when you are cutting vinyl or HTV, so we are choosing single layer and going to continue. Now, if you want to, you can clean this up in here. If it bothers you, it does not bother me. And then I'm just gonna go to upload. And here we have our beautiful snowflake. Boom. Now that we have our symmetrical image in Design Space, we are ready to start building our card, okay? This is where I want you guys to come in, pay attention. We are going to work through this together because it may be a little bit confusing at first. But I promise you're going to see, at the end, you're going to see and understand how this all fits and works together. So the very first thing that we are going to do is we are going to, and you can resize your design. I actually think I'm just gonna go ahead and resize it to an even number Right now, I'm gonna keep my size aspect ratio locked, but I want my width to be an even number. So I'm sitting at 6.3 right now. So I'm just going to change that to a 6. You can see here where it says size, here's your width, here's your height. This little lock icon is going to be locking the size aspect ratio, meaning if that is locked and I type in a number in the width, the height is going to manually adjust. If that is unlocked, then that means the height is going to stay the exact same, but the width is going to be the only thing that changes. For this one, we want our size aspect ratio to stay locked. I'm typing in a 6 and I'm hitting enter, and you can see how it just manually made it just a little bit smaller. Now that we have done that, I'm going to make sure this layer is selected. I'm going to come up here to offset and I'm going to add an offset. Now, normally I feel like here on our channel, we like to stay with a smaller offset. Not the case for this project. We're bumping that offset up while still keeping kind of like the shape of what we have. We don't want to lose it, but we have to have a solid shape to build our card from, okay? So right now I'm sitting at 0.444. That seems like a pretty round even number, and actually for some reason when I was moving this little thing, it landed on 0.444 earlier, so I'm just going to keep it. Maybe that's my number today. Boom. 444. And then I'm just going to change that to white so we can see it. So here we have the base of our card. Now, before we move on, I'm going to take this and I'm going to duplicate it, because you can never have too many duplicates of what you are working on, right? Now, the next step before we move any further is we want to find the area here that we want to leave as our square to write on. So let's go overhead so I can explain this. So looking at this card from the back, you can see that we have a square area here that when we open it up, that's kind of where our score line goes, and this is the base of our card, okay? So what we are doing is we are taking a square and we're kind of finding the area that we want to work with. So back to design space, I'm going to come over here to shapes. I'm going to grab a square, okay? And I'm just going to manually move this to kind of find the area that I want to write in. So we may do like, I think 4 inches. I'll just go ahead and type it in up here. 4 inches in width, I think will be good. And I'm actually going to change this operation from a basic cut to a guide so that I can see that it fits. I think for me personally, this looks pretty good. I don't think I want to go over 4. I may even have to size it down if you want it to fit on a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. We may have to size it down a little bit more, but what we're doing is we are just building this middle part. So we have our guide here that is 4 inches in width, and the height, we're just covering the whole offset, okay? The height really doesn't matter, just as long as it goes above and below this offset, and we have our 4 inches here. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to select both of these, and we're going to slice this. Now hear me out. I know you're like, Lauren, I don't know what you're doing and I don't know where you're going. You will here in a minute. So these 2 pieces here, we no longer need, okay? We have our centerpiece, and then we have our extra offset here that we've not changed. So we still have the same thing. You can see when we line it up, it's the exact same size. We have it over here to the side. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to duplicate this, okay? This is our base card. Here's what we're gonna do. You can see this is exactly 4 inches. This is why I like working with round numbers with this project, okay? I like working with round numbers. I'm going to once again come over here to our shapes. I'm going to grab a square, I'm going to make it tall enough to where it covers. Once again, I'm going to change this from a basic cut to a guide. Okay, just making sure we're all on the same page. I want to make sure I go slow enough so you guys can understand. And then from there,
they're loving it.
I'm glad y'all are picking up what I'm putting down. So remember,
I'm loving it.
Our base is 4 inches in width, and we want to cut this straight down the middle. So this guide is currently sitting at 2 inches in width, which is half of what our base is. Perfect. We want to make sure that the width is 2 and the height covers the whole thing. This is going to be, even if it's not 4, if you're not working with round numbers, you're still going to take half of the width of your base. Now what we're going to do is we're going to drag and select both of these. I'm going to go to align. I'm going to align it either to the left or the right. Either one, it does not matter, because watch. When we align to one side or the other, that's going to put that slice line, or so I align to the left, and the right side of my square goes directly down the middle of that piece. So it is lined up perfectly where it is half and half. Now, you can see it is aligned. Once again, we are going to select both, and we're going to go to slice. I know you're thinking, Lauren, this is so much slicing.
A lot of slicing today.
It is a lot of slicing, but let me go overhead to explain. Here is our base. Now what we've done is we've taken this base and we've sliced it down the middle, and now we have our left and right pieces to go here and here. Are we getting, you're picking up what I'm putting down?
Yes.
Picking up what I'm putting down. So let's go back to our share screen. So now what we can do is we can take this and pop this guy here like this, and then this one is going to go over here on the other side like that. Now, because this is not a perfectly, this is why we want to try to get a perfectly symmetrical shape so that it kind of goes together, kind of flows together a little more, but it doesn't have to flow together a little more. It doesn't have to flow together perfectly. It just needs to look and kind of overlap. So once again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be good enough to where when we bring these together, they all fold. So now you can kind of see, you're starting to get an idea where your score lines are going to go as well. So now when these two sides fold together, they are going to be perfectly aligned over top of that middle piece. So go back overhead. So where those lines were, the reason we cut this down the middle is so when we fold these two together, they perfectly cover the back. Then we're going to take the offset that we duplicated and just slice it down the middle for the front.
Beautiful.
Okay, so we've got this built. Now, this guy over here that fits perfectly in our snowflake is also going to have to be sliced down the middle, as well as our snowflake. So what we are doing now is we are going to take this. Now, we cannot resize this because this is the exact size that it needs to be. So this is where it's going to get maybe just, I won't even say hairy. It's just we need to try our best to line it up. There's not going to be a great rhyme or reason for this one as far as numbers and like moving it all over. So once again, what we're going to do is we're going to come to shapes. We're going to grab a square, okay? Make sure that it is, actually, I'm curious. We're going to play around with something. Hear me out, guys. Hear me out. I think I want to try this. So I've grabbed a line instead of a square this time. Hear me out. Hear me out. And I've changed it to a basic cut. I'm just curious if I can select these both. We're going to go to align. and center them. Okay. Never fear. Never fear. It's not going to let me slice with that line. I really thought that it was going to. But if you want to be precise, make a line and then center it. And now what we can do is we can grab a square. Sorry, I've been getting a lot of phone calls. And what we're going to do is we'll zoom in, and we're just going to bump it up right next to that line. Pull it out that way.
Love.
Let's just bump it over just a little bit more like that. Now, because we centered that line at first, we know that that is perfectly centered. And there is the line right there on the edge. So I can actually just get rid of that guy, select both of these, and slice. And then we're just going to get rid of all of our slice results. And there is the front of our card that we're now going to bring over here and line up here and here, which that's a little off. So are we seeing
it's coming together?
How we're building this?
Love it.
Okay.
Lot of slicing, a lot of flip. You know what I mean? Like a lot of little dipping and doing.
There is a lot of dipping and doing. There is a lot of slicing and aligning and all of this stuff. But once again, we're at an advanced maker boot camp, and we're trying to stretch your thoughts and how and really thinking about how you can make Design Space work for you instead of just throwing something in Design Space and cutting it. Amazing. You really can make this program work for you to make so many things. So last time we're gonna slice, we're gonna grab a square. Now this is 6 inches exactly. So what we can do with this square is we can make sure it is tall enough to fit over the top of this, and then we can make the width. We'll need to unlock the size aspect ratio. This is a very good point where you will unlock the size aspect ratio, because I want the height of this square to stay the same. We're making the width 3.
People are loving it. This all makes sense. Very smart, very clever, genius. Boom.
And then selecting both, aligning to the left, and slicing.
Yes, this will be, someone comments that,
Boom. Now we have the 2 pieces that will go on the front. Once it's folded in, it will go on either side of our card here. Like
Amazing.
That. Beautiful. So I'm gonna pull these down because there's still just a few more steps that we have to do, okay? Just a few more steps. So all of these pieces right now are not connected. They are all still their own piece. So what you need to do, the last thing you need to do, is we need to make sure that these pieces touch. They must touch each other, okay? So we're just going to bump these up. My goodness. And then we're gonna move these around, bring it together a little bit more. I think I wanna come down just a bit. That one is kind of a little bit off. Let me zoom out. Bring this one up. Beautiful. Now, we do need to kind of remember where these connect, because we are going to be adding score lines. But what we're going to do is we're going to select all of these here. All 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. You should have 5 pieces, and we're going to come down here to combine and unite. And then it should get rid of all of those lines, and it should be one piece.
Love it.
Now what we're going to do is we're just going to come in here. We're going to grab a line. And it is okay if these score lines go just a little bit below and above this paper. We're cutting it out. It's okay if the Cricut scores down below it a little bit. So we're going to duplicate that one, move it here, just like that. We'll duplicate it again. Make it just a little bit shorter, because this one that went here, and this is where you can zoom in. And you can see where we actually connected these two. We're just going to move that to line up there, duplicate that one, and then over here, we are going to line this score line up right there where we connected that as well. And now, because they do come in as score lines, now the last thing we have to do is select all of these, and we're just going to attach those bad boys together, and we have our card base, guys.
Yay!
We have our card base.
And this is such a fun skill to be like, oh, now I know exactly if I want to do this with any shape. People are talking about like what they would do, like all the things. So fun.
Now, there was one other thing that I did forget to go ahead and do, and that was duplicate these outside edges. If you plan on cutting a different color of cardstock, or you plan on cutting glitter cardstock to layer on top of the card, you do need to make sure that you take these edges, and we're just going to duplicate those. You can do this after you have united. It's not that, actually I'm going to come back up here to unite, and let's go ahead and go down here to undo unite really quickly. So I have, rut row, hold on. Let's go back. Okay. Slice, slice, slice. This guy, oh wait, it's because it's still attached. Okay. So let's detach as well. And I have this guy here. Let's zoom out. You do need to duplicate these two here if you're going to cut them out of different color cardstock. And then we'll zoom in. And you all can kind of see where the score lines are landing versus where, now that I have I undid the unite, you can see that I've got my score lines on top of those where they meet. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just coming back in here, not that one. We got to, nope. Okay, that one and that one. I'm using my layers panel. These two are the duplicates. This one, and this one all need to come back down here to combine and unite. And it looks like we've got one piece that is not touching. Not a big deal, because what we can do now is I can come in here and I can just move that closer. And you can see once I move it closer and it actually touches, that line and that separation goes away. So if you are lining your stuff up and it does not unite properly, don't worry about going back and ununiting. Just make sure you click this drop down menu here and select the piece that is not touching, and use your keyboard and move it over, bump it over. It's a lot easier than having to go out and undo, unite, and all of this other stuff. And then of course the last thing we need to do is we need to drag and drop our united piece and all of our score lines, and we need to just attach those back together like that. And now we are ready to cut our card. Let me bring all my pieces in, make sure we have all of our pieces.
And we want to make sure it can cut on one mat.
Yep.
This will be so good.
Okay. And here we are. This is all good. Now this is
what?
14.85 inches.
Yeah, I figured.
Here is where you may have just a little teeny bit of a problem. So I'm actually going to do this all together. I'm going to resize. This is another good advanced Cricut tip. If it is too large after you have done designing, I would, instead of just sizing this, because all of these pieces need to stay the exact same, what I would do is I would select everything, and we can even, what you could do, let's put these over here on top of it so that we kind of get an idea of truly how large this is. And let me bring this to the front so you guys can see it. Let's bring this to the front. So here, and we have our other two pieces behind it. Beautiful, just like this. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to select all of that, and that shows me that it is still within that 14.85 parameter. Now what I can do, because I have them all selected at the same time, I can size this down and make it fit within that 11.5, which is what is going to cut on a 12 by 12 mat. I think, is it 11.5 or did they bump it up? Can you do 11.75?
I'm not sure.
We'll do 11.56 and see if it works. So now, all of these pieces have been resized together, and I don't really have to worry about making sure everything fits properly. And this should fall within the 12 by 12 parameters. If it doesn't, we'll just come back. So,
love it.
Once we've done that, we are gonna go to make it on the mat. Okay, it's telling me 12 by 24, so I'm gonna have to go back. Let me just bring these all together again, and we're gonna select, and we will bump it down to 11.48. Go to make, there we go, beautiful. And honestly, this should not be on its own. Yeah, it should be, because we are cutting these out of glitter cardstock. So I'm gonna actually move this one to this mat, and these two are gonna be my glitter cardstock pieces. So we can move these over here. These are gonna be my glitter cardstock. This is gonna be my HTV here. So we need to make sure we turn the mirror on. And we're gonna start with the base of our card, which is just the white. So let's go ahead and go overhead. I'm going to grab a mat.
Yes, Rhonda, you can have Cricut Rot on the inside if you want.
I forgot. We were gonna tell it to have Cricut Rot. Oh, let me just go back really quickly, just so we can show you. Let's go here. If you are wanting to have Cricut Rot on your card for you, what you're gonna do, we're gonna grab a text box. I will zoom in so that we can see this a little bit better, like this. If you are wanting to use a pen, we do need to change the font, number one, we were using a Cartwheel sketch, so let's do Cartwheel. Let's do MGL Cartwheel, not MAGL. MGL. It didn't download. Huh.
Do we need to like save and refresh?
I thought that I refreshed, but let's try it again. We're gonna go to View, Reload. Hopefully.
Yes, Fonda, you can just mirror one mat. We love that. Yes, so many possibilities. Someone also commented that they would do it with a Christmas tree. Oh my gosh, yes. Imagine an amazing Christmas tree, and like maybe slicing a print and cut design of a Christmas tree would be really cool. Super, super fun. We love, love, love. You know, this is such a fun technique with your cards. So yay, so good. Amazing, amazing.
It says
a snow globe. Yes, you could do a print and cut snow globe. Exactly, exactly. You'd have to do some slicing.
that is odd. It is saying that the font is installed, and then when I go to my font
download
book,
another one maybe.
Okay, let's try another one. So let's do Willow Grove looks cute. Let's download. What?
Oh, a pumpkin card. We love, love, love it. We got a new computer in the studio. I'm wondering if that is part of the issue.
I don't understand. It's saying they're both, Willow Grove and Cartwheel is there.
Okay.
So they're both downloaded on the computer. Let's go back to Design Space.
Let's make sure we save it.
Save it again, double check. I think I did, but let's double check it. View, let's just try to force reload it.
Yep.
See if that works instead of just a regular reload. And then font, system, MGL. There's still only the two. Okay, we're gonna have to work on that. In the meantime, if you are wanting to have it right on your Cricut, what you are gonna do, you are going to type out your sentiment, let it snow, and let's do, I'm not actually not going to put this on the card just because it's not a sketch font. So what you would do is you would type out your sentiment, move your words around. You do need to make sure that you come up here from at your operation and change it from basic to pen. Because this is not a sketch font, it is going to do like the bubble letters, so it's just going to have the outline. You can see here, if it was a sketch font, it's going to look like, it is going to look like you
like
wrote
an outline.
it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then all you would have to do is attach it to your card. And if you don't attach, it's not gonna write it where you want it. So that is how you do it. Not really sure why our fonts are not working. Like Tanner said, we did get a new computer, so we're gonna have to work on that. But let's just go ahead and cut our card out. So once again, we are moving this over to our glitter. This is going to be what I'm gonna call our glitter thing, our glitter mat, and then turning the mirror on for our HTV here. Beautiful. And then we're gonna start here for the base of our card. We're gonna go to continue. What? Now it's saying that I'm on the Maker.
We're setting up a new computer. Is this our first live stream with this computer?
No, it's not. But I don't know. Okay, so I don't want the Maker. I want the Maker 4.
So we just gotta
right there.
Kill it.
Okay, it's connecting. Make. Again, we're gonna go through the process. Confirm. We gotta move this guy. Again, well, y'all definitely know how to move objects on to different mats now, if nothing else. You know how to set your mats up properly. And then we're not mirroring that. We're gonna go to continue. Medium cardstock is what we are cutting this on, and I'm going to change my tools. I'm gonna change it from a scoring wheel to a scoring stylus, just because we like having our scoring stylus, keeping our scoring stylus in our machine. And then I'm just going to use my brayer, put this down, and then we're going to load our paper here, move my mini easy press out of the way. And then once it's ready, we're going to press the flashing play button.
Love it.
Oh, I do need to go ahead and I guess turn my mini easy press on if we're going to use HTV. So what it's doing first is it is scoring first, and then it is going to cut out. Does anybody, now is going to be a great time to ask your questions.
People seem to really like it. I think everyone in the group probably didn't have time to recreate it with us, which I don't recommend.
No.
So be sure to just rewatch and pause and rinse and repeat. The first time you do this, I recommend following the shape, a similar shape like Lauren did, so you're able to see more visually aware, and then as you build this skill, you'll be able to take it and apply it to a snow globe, a Christmas tree, a pumpkin, a bat, like so many great shape ideas. So we love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Now this one, I kind of accidentally curled my paper a little bit. Not a big deal. We'll fix that here in a minute, and I'm going to show you how to fold, but I am going to get my, glitter cardstock cutting first before I start showing you how to fold that. And I am also going to edit my mat really quickly. No, I actually think it'll be fine.
So good.
It'll be fine. And we're just going to select glitter cardstock. This is also, like, why is it not searching? Okay, you can't hit enter anymore. You actually have to hit the search magnifying glass for it to search.
It's probably a little glitch.
Must be.
Right.
Has to be. Glitter cardstock. Beautiful. And done. Loading this material in, and then we will cut our HTV last. So let me move this. We'll use this as kind of like, can they see that all right? Okay. What you're going to do now is you are going to fold. So I would start on my 2 inner score lines first. They are going to be folded in, okay? If you have a bone folder, this would be a great place to use a bone folder. So I'm actually gonna bend it back first, and then we're gonna come forward with it like this. I don't have a bone folder, but I am going to use a spatula here. And then from there, I'm going to take my other score line, and it's going to be bent backwards like this. And then bone folder or spatula, and we're just folding it that way. So now you can see that we have the beginnings of our card. So once again, I'm just gonna start the fold going this way, and then I'm gonna pull it in so I can see it here like this. And then this is going to go out this way.
Oh, it looks so good. I'm watching from like the live stream overhead. Looks so good.
And then fold that, and now we have our card.
Boom.
Look at that, how cute. Okay, now we have our glitter cardstock that is gonna go on the top. But before we place it on the top, I'm going to cut my HTV. If you are using, I probably shouldn't have used a standard grip mat, but it was the one that was the most handy. And also this is a brand new standard grip mat, by the way. When you are working with cardstock, a light grip mat is going to be preferable especially over a new standard grip mat, but it still works, not a big deal. And we're just going to grab our heat transfer vinyl. I'm going to load it onto our mat. We are doing this carrier sheet side down. You're flipping it upside down. Shiny side down for most, but sometimes we do have a matte carrier sheet, so we're gonna flip it carrier sheet down. And we are going to place this on our mat. Now, I think I saw somebody asked what brand of HTV we're using. Our favorite brand of HTV is always gonna be Caesar Easy Weed.
Love
Caesar Easy Weed. StarCraft also has a pretty good HTV that we have used. But those are gonna be our two go-to, and we're just cutting this on everyday iron-on. One thing that I will give Cricut credit where credit is due is the fact that they now have an automatic mirror on when you choose everyday iron-on. Like that feature to me should have been done a long time ago.
Yeah,
like it
but
is.
we'll just celebrate them.
But I'm gonna celebrate the wins when we get them. We're gonna celebrate when we get them, right?
That's right.
I do have my mini Easy Press turned on to a heat setting of 2 because we are going to iron this onto our glitter cardstock before we put it onto our card. I can't iron it on top of iron-on. So you're just gonna have to be able to see this. Can they see this glitter pretty good when we get there? It's a little bit, okay, we'll figure it out. I must be a very, very popular person when I go on a live stream, y'all.
You are.
I'm not until I'm on a live stream.
So good.
Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm gonna grab my trusty, dusty True Control knife. One of my favorite tools.
Lauren McCoy will weed with that True Control knife.
Yeah, I was fixing
She'll do
to.
everything with that True Control.
You know I will.
Oh, it's my favorite.
It's 1,000 wonders I don't have a True Control knife in my purse just because I want one. That and my Caesar tweezers, you're not going to ever get me to, you can never make me hate them.
I respect weeding with that one.
With the True Control knife?
No, the other one.
Oh,
Your
the Caesar tweezers? My Caesar tweezers. Now, I do scare a lot of people when I weed with a True Control knife.
Yeah, well, that is not recommended here. Let us know if you have any questions. And for those of you who are already MGL Plus members, which Maker U project are you making first? Or are you going to dabble with AI for Creatives? I believe gosh, if I were you, the AI for creatives class, I mean, you get all three, Sadie, myself, and Lauren, teaching you some amazing tools for your tool belt. I think that's what I would do first because it's so digestible. I would probably do AI for creatives first and then just have those tools ready for as I go through and leverage Maker U junior year. So you have both of those. It is so good. Yes, Lauren is dressed for fall. Y'all, it's still a little warm here, so I'm also dressed for fall, just manifesting the fall. It's so rainy here today. It's like little, it's been raining all
There it is. Okay, it goes this way. Does it?
Dun, 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 dun,
No, it goes this way.
dun, dun. Yeah, I think a lot of you will really enjoy how we use AI for creatives for us crafters. I really have enjoyed it. Yes.
I'm only dressed for fall because for some reason I've just been staying real cold, and especially in here. I just, if I don't dress for fall, then I come in and put on my hoodie.
Your hoodie. I'm ready for all the pumpkin patches to open up. I feel like I'm going to just be at pumpkin patches all year. I think that's the thing I miss the most about fall.
Okay. I know you all can't see this. I'm just ironing this on, this glitter right here. You may not be able to see the paper as well. Just a little bit of heat, not a lot. Doesn't take a lot for it to adhere down.
Yeah, not a lot of heat at all.
Not a lot of heat at all. But there is one, and I will lay it there for you. I just can't iron it on top of that because that is also heat transfer vinyl.
Right.
So then I'm just lining this up along the edge here. Like this. And then I also want to make sure that when it comes together, it lines up the way that it should. So laying these kind of side by side can help you line that up. Now, remember guys, it doesn't have to be perfect, but that's pretty close. So we're gonna go with it. Darn, it moved. We'll get it. Give me just a second. I just gotta hold my mouth right. I'm not doing it. Hold my mouth right now. Beautiful. Okay, I think that's where we're at. Beautiful, perfect. Iron it down.
Love it.
Now, if it does curl like that, iron it from the back. Little trick of the trade. If your paper curls when you're applying HTV, iron it from the back for a second.
Love that tip. Oh my gosh. Okay, everybody going apple picking? The only place
to go
I
apple picking now?
about apple picking already closed for the year.
Where?
Over home. You know.
Oh, that
they already
closed.
They're closed. They opened and closed.
Did they open and close for 2 days?
It was a tough season.
Oh yeah.
It was just a couple weeks.
It was a very rainy year for us this spring, and I think it threw a lot of crops off.
I agree.
This part wasn't ironed down as well, so I'm just kind of covering it back up. And that corner right there was kind of flopping in the wind a little bit. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, now all we have to do, the last thing, is add this to the front of our card. So I'm just going to grab my ATG gun. I'm doing it from, oh no. What in the hee-haw tarnation?
Oh no, yeah, it's because we bragged on them too much. You're gonna have to get out the other one. Do you have it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's so
okay.
funny. I just brag on it and then boom.
Yep. Okay, so I'm just adding two-way glue here, or this is our one we've been using. Popping this on.
Can you use Puff HTV on cardstock?
That's a good question that you ask. Let me show you. Because actually the card that I showed you at first is Puff HTV.
Tell us. Okay,
and there you go. Boom, boom, boom. Look how pretty. Look how beautiful. Okay, let's talk about Puff HTV. This one actually has Puff HTV, but it's not Puff because you can't put it in there as long. And if you want me to be honest, when you look at it up close on these edges, I don't think it looks as good.
Okay, so we're gonna stick with regular.
When you're standing right here,
it does look textured.
It looks textured, and if you like that look and that's the look you want to go with, absolutely.
So,
but when you're up close,
yeah,
you can kind of see on the edges. So yes, it can be done.
You can use glitter HTV, foil HTV, holographic,
flocked
HTV.
Flocked HTV, I feel like is slept on so hard. I feel like flocked HTV is definitely one that with this project would be phenomenal. Phenomenal. Amazing. So that's how you make a little accordion card from scratch.
Let me see. Okay, let me feel both. Oh.
You see what I mean?
But from far away, man, does it not look good?
Awesome.
It looks so great. Okay, it feels, oh my gosh. Honestly, hold on. Let me see. Could you pop a gift card in here? Let me just take my.
Well, this one's a little bit bigger.
You could do it this way.
Now, if you made it the size that I made it, then yes,
Lauren.
you can pop a gift card in there.
That would be so cool. That would be really cool.
And then it would fold in like this.
And you can still, I like these cards because if you want to write a lot, I mean, there's plenty of space.
Plenty of space.
You can just write. I love this. Oh my gosh. Lauren has told me to use the layers panel a lot more than I would have. Oh, yes.
If there is one thing, if there is one piece of advice that is going to help you become an advanced Cricut DIYer, an advanced Cricut user, and really start understanding designs.
I want to just expand that. Canva has a layers panel.
Honestly,
other machines have layers panel. Adobe Illustrator.
Let's talk about
every single system you're going to ever design with, build with, create with.
An advanced designer works from the layers panel.
The layers panel.
Yes, because that way you can position things and like pick
I
things
feel like you're
apart.
in control. You're like overseeing the entire mat.
Yes.
Which I think is really, really awesome. I think that's a lot of the secret about what you need is those elements. So super, super fun. We're so excited. Y'all, if you have not upgraded your membership, if you have not been able to say yes to everything we have in store, as soon as you join Instant Access to Maker U junior year and freshman and sophomore and AI for Creatives, we're so excited. We are kicking off Maker U on the 29th of September.
Yes.
So you've got to get in this week and then we'll be ready to go. You'll start crafting and then we'll have our first kickoff for school. It'll be super fun this fall to craft with you as we gear up for the holidays. This is such a great one that you could, put some really great gift cards in.
I know.
Bless some people with some Starbucks gift cards, things like that. Super fun. I love it. Super, super fun. Tomorrow we'll be back at 1:30 p.m. Eastern with a winner for the $100 pack from Celebration Warehouse.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Super, super good. And yes, we're super, super excited. Any other questions, comments? I love the card.
I love the card. If you all have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. Especially if you are watching the replay, leave your questions in the comments and we'll try to get back to you as quick as we can.
So fun. I'm super, super excited for you guys to enjoy this one. Yes, post your projects in the Facebook group. Thanks, Donna. Yeah, such a great one. And y'all better buckle up because Christmas is just getting warmed up around here.
Just getting warmed up.
It's going to be great. We are going big this Christmas. Y'all are not even going to believe it. So we'll see you back here tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Bye, guys.